and my headphones. Oh, they right here. What's going on, Conscious crew? Welcome to another riveting episode, girl. Oh, the episodes be so riveting over here, girl. Girl, even I be shook when I go live. My God, today. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You already know what time it is, honey. Before we get into it, make sure that you guys go ahead and run them lights all the way up. The king gonna need all of that, and so does the kingdom. And because we ain't got no weirdos, and we ain't got no haters, and we ain't got no frenemies over in this bitch, it ain't nothing but free, full, available support and love and unconditionalness over here on the platform, girl, because I'm only one of your faves. I'm only one of your faves, okay? I'm one of one, but I'm only one of your faves. So show some love to that like feature. Liking the video not only helps the YouTube algorithm, but more importantly, it unfollows the living hell out of this algorithm, girl, okay? And get us up in there, honey, squeezing our little skinny ass up into this freakum dress. Yes, God. If you also enjoy everything the King does here, and you enjoy hearing my voice, you enjoy the banter, you enjoy the information, you enjoy the kiki, you enjoy the community, you just enjoy having such a 360, well-rounded commentator who come on this bitch talking about politics, spirituality, community, grab, town halls, we roast, we gag, we do it all. You can also donate to the platform at $Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/Consciouztv. And of course, that's Conscious spelled with the Z on the end, just like it is here on the channel. All donation information and social media handles are certainly in the description box below, as well as scrolling from right to left at the bottom of the live stream in red and white. And my moderators also do their fair share of reiterating the links and the hyperlinks throughout the live chat. Last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, rather that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn. Where you, in fact, lay the line. Let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we are certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through. Oh,
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not baby mother Kiara talking about dude ain't even DL the fuck, girl. He just quan at this goddamn point. Baby, didn't great grandmother TS Madison, girl, take her through there, girl? She done sharpened that girl down to a nub. My God, today. This is probably why his handler Trash Gucci K is big man. We're gonna be getting into that, child. We got to get into Megan, we got to get into Milagro, we got to get, girl, there's a lot of things we got to get into, y'all. It's a lot going on, girl. I hope y'all ready for the night, child. I had no idea all this was going to be coming across my desk, okay, just within one whole 12-hour period. But let me speak to the conscious crew before we get into the thick of this mess. What is going on, K-Person? Hey, boo, what's going on, Nick? What's going on, Thomas? Hey, Sean. What's going on, Precious Jim? Hey, SS Sweet, what's going on? Lauren, what's going on? Oh, nasty piece of cat. Mad Williams, hey boo, what's going on? Hey Seven, hey Lakita, hey Miss Leo, hey Health World, what's going on? Nurse Moonshine, hey Ian Gardner, hey my love, what's going on? Crystal, honey, had an old nasty piece of crystal, honey. What's going on? Tremony, hey boo, hey y'all. So we got to get into it, y'all. It's a lot that's been going on all day and been going on all night. And shout out to my baby mother, Odessa piece of child support. Shout out to Luck B. Okay, thank you, baby. Oh, it's 11:11, you guys. I'm so spiritually alive. Oh God, it just pays to be this gorgeous and also to be this favored by God. Oh, I just got it all. I can't take it, Father. I can't take it, Mother. I can't take it. Jesus Christ. It just be too much, girl. It be love all over me. I just be overwhelmed sometimes. Like, why the universe doing me like this? You guys know all donation information is in the description box below. So you guys know, child. Long story short, hold on. First of all, before we get into the thick of it, girl, hold on. We gotta, we're on the track bike. First of all, I want to shout out to Gay Magazine and Hollywood Unlocked for crediting me for the legendary, infamous plea deal hearing video that you guys got to also see out live and in color earlier today. I brought you guys directly into the hearing. You guys know that TS Madison was present to make a victim impact statement. You guys also got to hear the DL Whisperer, aka Naquan Palmer, apologize to TS Madison and to use the proper pronouns. Oh my God, this is starting off so well already. All right. And of course, it went viral all across TikTok, all across Facebook, all across YouTube, and certainly Instagram. Okay. Now, I did have to put my good foot a little bit up in Gay Magazine's ass. But girl, they did right. And I kindly, pulled my foot, my 10.5-inch, okay, out of, Gay Magazine's bussy, which I love down boots, girl. Okay, shout out to Gay Magazine, right? All right. So let me show y'all what's going on over on Miss IG, girl, because we're literally going viral as we speak, girl. We've been going viral all day and all night, child. Everybody done reshared it from TS to Larry Reed, girl. Shout out to Larry Reed. Shout out to the TS Madison, girl. Shout out, honey. How doing? Let me show y'all what's going on over there on this IG, girl. If y'all not following the Kane, girl, we do produce IG content too, child. I be hooting, hollering, lip syncing over there, girl, being cute, being fly, doing little hot takes and everything for Love Island, giving little, advice columns. I be in my Carrie Bradshaw bag. And then, we get messy over there too, girl. So as you guys can see here, I put together, next piece of compilation, girl. Let me see. Can I click on us? How doing? Y'all run the likes all the way up, girl, because the can't be really be working, child. That's why I don't be giving a damn about how much I got to hoot and holler for mines, baby. Okay? Y'all see, girl, almost 1,000 people don't like the damn reel already. We done got 10 trillion damn shares. Let me go on over here, child. Y'all see this, Gria? Take them through there, take them through there, take them through there. So we almost had 11,000 views on this reel. It's circulating and percolating. Of course, all the blogs had picked it up, and I got credited by the Hollywood Unlock, owned by no other than Jason Lee. Gay Magazine had reposted it. Now, of course, I haven't seen everybody who done, reshare and all of that, but shout out, girl, to, teamwork making the dream work, girl, okay? I see you. You see me. We see each other. I'm coin. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I just want to give a proper due, girl. Because, when people act right, you got to give them credit for acting right, okay? So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for crediting the king. Shout out to Gay Magazine for crediting the king. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, mind you, Gay Magazine didn't know where the footage had came from, girl. But, I be boots to the ground, girl, okay? Y'all know how I am as a content creator, girl. When I'm working, I work. When I'm not on this bitch, I ain't on this bitch, girl. you know, y'all be having to search for my wake, see if I done transition, girl, because when I'm gone, I really be gone. But when I'm on, I be all the way on, girl, okay? So there was somebody in the comment section, girl, who was feeling away because I had let Gay Magazine know that, you know, I'm going to need my credit ran on that situation right there, girl, because, you know, that's all I need is a little RESPECT, girl, a little, you know, UNITY, just a little bit, child, because, you know, this is how content creators who do this for a living, this is how we become successful, is through visibility, you know, and it's one even addressing me, bitch, okay? Because you hoes are striving to be employee of the month at McDonald's and Wendy's every single day and night, girl. Okay, let any other girl get a 25-cent raise on the white man's dollars, baby. Y'all about to burn down the entire warehouse because y'all gonna need that. Y'all gotta have y'all respect, okay? This is what I do, bitch. So you goddamn right. I want all of my things. And let me tell you something. I used to be that humbled person that used to be like, you know what? I'm just happy to be here, girl. I'm just happy to be here. And to some degree, I'm still her. But I've also developed the part of me that's like, you know what? Bitch, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that. You're going to have to come up off that. You're going to have to run me all of that. Okay? Because, bitch, what else are we doing if we're not simply working? Okay? I, every day, get up on this bitch and use blogs and use their tea and promote their blogs. I cite my sources, you know, whether we're talking about an article from TMZ or an article from Double XL, or whether we're talking about, you know, wherever. Okay, so when I'm contributing to the news, okay, when I'm contributing to the news cycle, yes, I'm going to need CTV in all caps, girl, big caps, okay? Because content just don't come out of thin air, bitch, okay? You don't just wave a magical wand, as magical as this wand is, okay? Let's not get me started here. And then there's content. Content has to be outsourced. It has to be vetted. Bitch, you know what I had to go through when I didn't even go to bed until 6:30 a.m. and then had to wake up at 9:30 a.m. just to log into webx.com, put in a whole key, and then sit through multiple hearings, girl, to finally get to TS Madison's docket, and then had to screen record that well. And then get up here, girl, and break it all down and shuck and jive and entertain the motherfucking people. And you don't think that I deserve a little bit of RESPECT? Girl, just a piece, girl. In the words of Scammy Morgan, girl, can I not just have a piece? A piece of the RESPECT. Okay? So, whether bitches like it or not, I'm not asking. I'm going to take it if I need to. All right. And those of us who are in this field understand the importance of having your contributions acknowledged accordingly. Okay. Because we're all a part of this moving cycle. So shout out to all the blogs and all the content creators who have no problem giving credit where it's due. For those of you, while we're here, who need a little background on my tension with Barnyard Wiggins, which at this point is not even tension. I just be practicing on that bitch, because when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But one of the origin stories between me and Barnyard Wiggins is that bitch took my exclusive content, because I was a part of a situation, girl, and, you know, we had to get a bitch together through a series of recordings, right? This was when Trash Coochie K was working with Sledgehammer Head, a.k.a. Chelsea Yolana, and they tried to take Bon Ray down by a fake RAPE allegation. And Miss Chelsea had admitted that she made up the entire thing. And she was calling Bon Ray to apologize. And we needed to chronicle and document the foolishness of it all. And so, I did my fair share of, recording because I was brought into that three-way call. And Barnyard Wiggins decided to, not only edit me out of all my audios, because in one of those audios, it was a direct conversation between me and Chelsea. That bitch edited me out of my own audios and then went viral for my content and got paid off of my content on his tied ass brought and paid for YouTube channel and Instagram platform. Okay? And I had literally put a disclaimer within my live stream and said, look, I do not care if any of the girls want to review this content, react to this content. All I literally ask for is credit my work. Credit my work. Credit thy's work. Okay? And a bitch couldn't do that. So then I had to run that bitch okay? And I've had her in a horse and stable ever since. I've had her in a barnyard locked away ever since, okay? And then, she burnt down Fox Soul as a result of the curse I put on her. Then, she fucked around and got rejected and taken through a public humiliation ritual by Kai Sanat, because you're never going to win when you play dirty, okay? If you're that egotistical and you're that bothered by the supreme CTV to that degree, bitch, I need you to be bothered enough to not be using my content too. I need you to be bothered enough, bitch, to not be playing peekaboo on my motherfucking platform, ho. I need you to be completely bothered, bitch, okay? Because what you really are is threatened more so than you are bothered, or maybe it's you being threatened that actually bothers you. Because even in the past, when that girl had some tea about a story that I was covering, despite not liking her personally, bitch, I always credited that girl. Always. See, I will play fair on this bitch, okay? I do have my biases like everybody does, but I'm going to play fair regardless of a bias because I can compartmentalize, girl, and separate the content creator from the creator. So once again, shout out to Gay Magazine. Love y'all down boots. Thank y'all for crediting the bitch. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for crediting the bitch. And once again, I haven't been all across social media because there's been so much going on, girl. My notifications are going off in 50 million living goddamn directions, girl, between my sneaky links, between my husbands, between, the social media ping pongs, girl. The phone is about to turn into a fucking volcano and just melt, girl, from all of the, overactiveness of it all. But shout out to them. Now let's get into the teens, baby. Oh, yeah. The botched titties was a curse. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, baby daddy. So you're being messy. You're being really messy. Don't do that. That too, though. So, y'all know that there was a hearing this morning, and the DL pled guilty to felony stalking, and the courts honored that per TS Madison's request because she came in there on her divine feminine energy, girl. Despite all the things that Miss Whisperer tried to take her through there about, she still came to the hearing, girl, ready to be compassionate and merciful. She worked hand in hand with the DA to work out a feasible plea deal that could satisfy her while also giving the DL Whisperer a second leg at his life and allowing him to move on. So shout out to TS Madison, girl, for the virtue of it all. All right. That resulted in 8 years of probation where he got to stay 1 mile away from her home. He has been banished, girl. The words were banished. The words used were banished from not only her particular county in Atlanta, but also from surrounding counties, sandwiching T.S. Madison's county in between, okay? And I guess the Whisperer lives in one of those counties, girl, so he's having to uproot his life, girl, because he's been banished from his own goddamn county, child. It's a mess. Oh, what a mess. Y'all heard the judge say, girl, that he is only to take the turnpike and the motherfucking interstate as as a means to pass through that he can't even stop and get gas or even go and get emergency services, bitch. And none of these counties that he's banished from, girl, that if he had the medical emergency, girl, he might as well just hold on and pray to the Lord and be prepared to transition, bitch. Because if he stops off in one of them banished ass counties he's prohibited from, girl, his ass will be serving a full 10 years. He will be collecting gold without collecting 2 motherfucking hundred. All right. He also issued TS an apology, etc. Girl, it was a whole thing. Now, for whatever reason, Trashy Coochie K, girl, is pissed to the highest pistivity, girl. Okay, because the dolls are well protected. They have ancestors too. They have a Holy Ghost and a divine mother and father that loves them as well. Okay, I know that we're not used to seeing the superpowers of queer people, girl, but you know, the day and age of the Rainbow Avengers, girl, is definitely here out live in their motherfucking color. Upon the plea deal stipulations, TS Madison was also granted a permanent restraining order from Mr. Palmer. Within that order, it specifically bans any of DL Whisperer's friends, family members, well-known associates from talking about TS Madison on his behalf. Okay? It doesn't stop them from being able to use their First Amendment to speak on TS Madison, but they bet not do it on his motherfucking behalf, or it will be his ass that will pay the cost for them doing such a thing, whether it's authorized or not authorized. So Miss Trashy Coochie K was on her show earlier, and I was sent this girl from the Lighthouse. And this is what she had to say, girl. I mean, she was just beside her bald-headed self, my God, today. Let me run a little bit of background music. And, of course, this is going to be covered by Miss Fairy Yields. Put your lighters up, girl. There's a lot going on. Okay? So this is what Trashy K had to say, girl.
For real. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm gonna continue to report the real news, and that's what y'all got mad about. Is the simple fact is, you know what's sad about this is he never had beef with TS. His beef was with Dominique Morgan. The same thing that he was what he was exposing Dominique Morgan for, because TS Madison is friends with Dominique Morgan, another, trans person that uses his trans to get set-asides, to buy wigs and clothes, and says that he's going to use it to help bring bail trans people out of jail that have to be forced to sell their bodies because they're not welcomed into society. DL Whisper was on that one, and he went to jail. And when he went to jail, when he was sentenced, T.S. Madison wasn't even down there around there, was scared to show up. But when he got out, let him come back in. See, what happened was DL Whisper he cut off the lick.
What the hell is she talking about? Yes, y'all, this from today, unfortunately, child.
For real. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm gonna continue to report the real news.
Okay, it done started over. Hold on, let me see if I can download this shit and fast forward it, child. Let me see here. My God, today, a mess.
I ain't gonna do forced to sell their bodies because he went to jail. When he was sentenced, T.S. Madison wasn't even down there around there. Was scared to show up. But when he got out, let him come back in. See, what happened was DL Whisper he cut off the lick. He cut off the lick, in my opinion. Yeah, they had a whole scheme that I feel that they was finna put through, and DL Whisper messed that whole thing up.
I want to know.
Decided to help his friend.
I want to know what in the Alice in Wonderland Old McDonald had a farm E-I-E-I-O is this raggedy mutt-mouth ass musty bitch talking about? What in the hell is Trasher goddamn K talking about? Now, we know the bitch had to repeat ninth grade 3 times, but we also didn't know that she lacked critical thinking, bitch. Okay? You might have some critical reading skills, but to also have some critical thinking skills is a whole nother level of foolishness. What in the hell did Mr. Palmer expose, bitch? Dominique Morgan got indicted back in 2022. He didn't become a content creator, bitch, until 2020, what, 4? This was a process and a rundown on Mrs. Morgan, bitch, long before Mr. Palmer ever showed up on the screen. What exactly, bitch, was he reporting aside from what every other motherfucking blog reported about Scamanique motherfucking Morgan, ho? What exactly was he disrupting, bitch? And if he had TS Madison so by the balls, bitch, why did he risk that to then take his ass to jail? Because it would seem to me that the reason he had to go do all of that performative ass fake gangster shit by swinging around her goddamn cul-de-sac at 250 miles an hour on two bad ass bald tires and a struggling muffler was because, bitch, he ain't have no real gunk and substance, girl. He ain't have no real get your gotcha on TS. That actually was why he was so goddamn mad and delusional, bitch, because unlike Dominique, he ain't have nothing of substance on the TS. This is what continually inflamed him because he wanted her bad, real bad. So what in the hell is Tasha ass up here talking about? Girl, she must have got another garnishment today. What's the date, bitch? The 23rd? Oh, yeah, girl, this around the time, bitch, that it's time for a garnishment, bitch. Every time this hoe act up, bitch, and come up out of her support bra and come up out of her strap, girl, I'm going to identify it as the day that there must have been another extraction, bitch, from that hoe's Google AdSense, baby. Cardi B done got her 35% hoe. Because this narcissistic bitch love the rage bait, girl, when her shit is collapsing and crumbling.
And then both of them got together, went down after they done threatened this boy and exposed him and put his personal information out. Now you want to run down to the police telling you scared, and they use that trans to say, I'm scared, you know, trans women are dying because of this, because of the hate. Didn't nobody hate you? That boy had nothing, he had nothing against you. You was just trying to protect, in my opinion, your financier to help you with whatever loans and grants and stuff you was.
How the fuck was TS Madison trying to motherfucking protect Dominique Morgan when she ain't never got out here on their day, bitch, and offered up no positive PR for Miss Dominique, girl? Mother didn't get out here at all, bitch, and say nothing in defense of Miss Dominique, girl. All she told that lady was goodbye and welcome home when she got her ass home. See you later, bitch. Because unlike Dominique, girl, Miss Madison works. Girl, WERKS, works. She works so that she ain't got to scam, bitch. And before TS Madison was working as a full-time social media content creator, you know what else she worked to keep from scamming, bitch? Her pussy, hoe. Because why scam when you got sellable, monetizable pussy? See, Tasha don't know nothing about pussy because she got cat. Okay? TS Madison got pussy. Tasha got cat. Cat is what your husband tells you that he don't want no more of on his birthday, bitch. Okay? Cat has a short shelf life. Cat doesn't water up. Cat doesn't wop up. Cat, it shrinks, bitch, under pressure. Pussy sends you all the way up the mountain to the point where you can live off of mechanical royalties from Beyonce. That's what pussy will do for you. Cat, bitch, will get his wages garnered. Cat, bitch, will damn near be on his way to prison, girl, because of bankruptcy fraud. That's what cat will do. Cat will have you dissolving your motherfucking businesses, bitch, and shutting down KB Studios and not being able to keep any personal contractors over in that bitch. All right? Cat is circumstantial. Cat is not sustainable. Cat is mediocre, girl. And Cat is average at motherfucking best. See, what Tasha can't seem to make sense of and do the math on is why did TS Madison's titties allow her to titty bounce all the way to the motherfucking bank, bitch, and to sit in spaces that her mechanical ass cat could only dream of and imagine. See, while Tasha over there facilitating interviews with D and F list motherfucking celebrities, while TS Madison is interviewing Mama Tina Knowles on the Outlaws podcast. See, that don't make sense to a bitch who's trying to make her natural genitals more than what the fuck they are. Cat, I have you having to resell and remarket your home so that another bitch can feed her children well. Cat will have you out here popping pussy for whack 100. Because Sheck is too busy, bitch, practicing how to piss while sitting down. See, there's a big difference between vagina and cat. And it ain't nothing like you, or you. So then, see, when these girls who became a vagina get humbled and realize that all God gave them was cat because they were made on the seventh day, they were made on the day in which the Lord was tired, bitch, and dropped his wand on heaven's floor and it putted out and sputted out its remaining residual creation. That's where cat came from. Cat came from, y'all know when Genesis say that the Lord, girl, was doing all of his magnificent work, child, around creation, the multiverse. And then on the seventh day, girl, Big Papa fell off the motherfucking throne, bitch, because he was so exhausted. When he slid off the throne, bitch, the wand hit heaven's crystallized floor and sputted out a few more spurts of creation, bitch. And then in that last little bit of sputting is where cat came into the world, girl. That's where cat descended into the world, my God. And so women like Tasha, girl, moving around the earth, girl, upset when other girls box, acts as infinity stones and acts as the cheat codes to reality. While she's sitting there, girl, in a 3x4 apartment living next to a radioactive crocodile pond. While having to watch Cardi B turn her Georgia Dream home, girl, into a starter house for the TS's. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And the fact that TS's pussy is pussying at the highest infinity stone levels, girl, that she didn't even need a husband or children to do it with. The pussy alone, bitch, was the beginning and the end. The alpha and the omega. That all it took as a competent surfboard, baby, across the seven Getty of life was the competency, bitch, of T.S. Madison's pussy walls. So the dolls, especially the paid dolls, the successful dolls, the book and busy dolls, they're always going to be a thorn in the walls of the cats assigned to the Tasha Coochie K's of the world and the Angela Stankins of the motherfucking world. So if y'all needed a psychological breakdown on what, girl, Tasha is real bothered by, girl, yes, it's having to live emphatically with cat. A hard-boiled alter ego version girl of the legendary and iconic Pussy.
Get to do whatever it is you wanted to do. That's what it was. But we gonna ensure over here on Unwind with Tasha K that we amplify his platform in every which way possible. And he ain't never got to speak your name or Dominique Morgan name again, because what you gonna be pissed off about is that he ain't gotta lay down to get surgery and silicone and cement and rocks removed from his body at the age of 50. He ain't gotta go through them K. Michelle surgery. And he gonna be too busy traveling on stage, outdoing all of y'all, because the man can read and he's entertaining. He ain't never got to say your name no more, and I'm going to make sure of that. Welcome home, dear Whisper. Welcome home.
And the gag about her welcoming her criminal home while she's slamming TS for welcoming Dominique home is that he's home because of the good virtue of TS Madison. He's not even home because of any of the footwork that the spiritual whistleblower or Consciouztv K put in. Because when I sat in that hearing this morning, girl, there was only 9 people in the queue, and none of them were Consciouztv K. None of them were the spiritual whistleblower, girl. It was the DA, TS Madison, her attorney, myself, bitch, and one more person. So is this a thanks that she get for putting you niggas on? Is it her fault that all of you niggas gone? Should have sent a thank you note, you little hoe? Now she should wrap your coffin with a bow. Is this the thanks that she get for releasing y'all cult leader? I don't understand. What is she so mad about? You know, if I was the DL Whisperer, girl, I would have to put a motherfucking cease and desist on this bitch. Because, girl, what you not gonna do is play with my motherfucking livelihood, hoe. You had 300, baby, I gave you 40 days and 40 nights to play with this lady. Okay? When it wouldn't cost me nothing. What you're not about to do, bitch, on the my first 48, girl, is play on this woman's top, girl, and then give her a situation that she can go and articulate and debate with the courts, girl, because my permanent restraining order, girl, says that no associate, no friend, no acquaintance, no relative, girl, is able to be out there doing my personal bidding, girl. You got me screwed up, lady. I gave you 40 nights and 40 days to reign hell and terror, girl. What you not about to do, bitch, is play with the first 48 of my freedom, bitch. Because if Tasha K had any love, because now I'm really questioning, does Tasha K really like the DL Whisperer? Because it ain't no way in hell. It ain't no way in hell, my love. It really cannot be that she liked that boy. The fact that she the reason why he got locked up the first time, bitch, and then she turned around and admitted it in her own commentary that she dropped the ball on him because she didn't help him to understand the fine red writing at the bottom of his TPO. And I'll give her this, girl, one of the reasons why she dropped the ball and she didn't inform him properly, bitch, is because she didn't know how to read, okay? Totally get that. But, you know, she could have used a Brill pad, girl. She could have used, girl, AI audio, some, girl. Okay, she could have used a third-party entity. Something. But she admitted that she dropped the ball. And there was already a big conspiracy, girl, that she had set his ass up because all she was doing was trying to grift off of his audience, which is filled with a bunch of black women, which makes up the majority of Consciouztv K's demographic. So she set his ass up, pretending to be his friend, and then tried to capitalize, girl, off of the heat that he was bringing. My God, today. And then on the first day of his first 48, you want to put him in a predicament, bitch. that could have his ass doing a full 10 years. If I was Mr. Palmer, me and Tasha would have to have a whole motherfucking conversation, bitch. And to be honest, if I was Mr. Palmer, I would actually be really motherfucking irritated, because when I was having to hoot and holler through Facebook, bitch, and beg my supporters, not even beg you content creating ass bitches who was claiming y'all fuck with me and y'all my friends, but I had to beg everyday motherfucking people who were supporting me to help me to get proper legal representation, to get proper funding, to get proper attention brought to my motherfucking cases. And you bitches couldn't even pull up to the court hearings not once, bitch. We read the character witness letters written on behalf of Mr. Palmer's supporters. Guess who was not a part of those letterheads? Guess who had never said or wrote or did anything of substance for his case? There was no letter from the spiritual whistleblower. There was no motherfucking letter from Consciouztv K. There was no motherfucking letter from Michelle A.T. Brown, bitch. The only motherfucking hoe who wrote a letter was Angela Statton. And that probably was because, baby, she was sitting in the goddamn county jail her damn self. And it had nothing but space and time and motherfucking opportunity. You know, so it be a lot of hooting and hollering, but it still don't be no scoring on the motherfucking court. I don't know if Tasha likes to hoot and holler about TS as it relates to DL to deflect from how absent she's been regarding standing in the gap for him. You know, that this is a classic narcissistic, deny, deflect, rearrange, smoke and mirrors, bitch. Okay? Transferring energy. I don't know what that was on now. But you're not doing him any favor. You're just complicating his freedom. Now, if that's what you want to do, and that's what your intention is to do, then by all means, I encourage you to continue to get carried away. But if it's true that you, in fact, want him to never speak her name again, then it's probably best that you don't also be speaking his name and her name all in the same dick sucker, because that's going to be a problem for him and his paperwork. How about actually focus on taking him on those fake ass dry comedy tours and giving him some type of a segment on your tired ass platform that nobody gives a fuck about because it's viewed by 75 to 80% robots any goddamn way? Okay, rather than trying to avenge him this way. Yeah. So, you know, if I was Mr. Palmer, I would definitely have to send that godless heathen a cease and desist, because, girl, I know you don't care about me. You didn't even care about your children, which is why you're willing to allow 4.1 million Mexican pesos to come up off of your dinner table. That could have went to your children's future. It could have went to their vacation. It could have went to their education. It could have went to a bar mitzvah. Yeah. You know, it could have went, you know, to a trip to, you know, SpaceX. Where they could dance with Cocaine Barbie for a day. That's where it could have went. See, if you don't even care enough about yourself or your wife, Shaq, or your own children, then bitch, of course you're a fake ass performative passion for the DL Whisperer. It's just that. I mean, girl, you abandoned and sabotaged the people that you love the most. Of course you would throw the Whisperer under the bus, bitch. And he would be dumb and stupid enough to believe, bitch, that you mean him anything other than what you meant to every other girl who ever trusted you, bitch. You couldn't keep an employee. You couldn't even keep your son. You couldn't even keep your growing wealth. You couldn't even keep your popularity, bitch. You couldn't even keep your motherfucking hair. You say that your bones are disintegrating due to a thyroid syndrome and all type of shit, bitch. You're rotting from the inside out. You can't even ride a motherfucking bike, bitch, without your kneecaps becoming unglued and unhinged. I mean, can't you see, girl? The karmic deck is just pulsating. Girl, can't Tasha hear that the saxophones are getting louder? Girl, it's a big difference. My God, can't we not see all of the GoFundMes and sending goals and every girl? The universe is humbling you girls to the bone. It's time to literally go and find somebody else to play with. Maybe if you was focused on actually working like the TS bitch, you wouldn't have a bitch who's working you instead. Because see, it's very clear to me that what Tasha's plan is to agitate the terms and conditions of the Whisperer's permanent restraining orders from Dominique Morgan and from TS Madison. She's already creating fake, irrelevant narratives that are just historically not true about this situation between DL and the TS. But her next grift is she's going to agitate that situation. And then when she fuck up the situation for him, girl, and he's back in jail, converted into prison and serving his 10 faithfully, she's going to be pretending that T.S. Madison did that. She's going to be pretending, girl, that T.S. Madison sat this boy down for 10 years, girl. She's going to be pretending that T.S. Madison buried the block with his ass. She's going to ritualistically sacrifice his ass so that she could continue to grift off of his audience and then develop a fake hero narrative about herself as his protector by then blame shifting TS. Despite it being her as the dominant antagonist that gave way to the path of 10 whole years, girl, and bypassing the Monopoly board without that 200, just like she did the first time. And the fact that, girl, he's got more on the line this time than he did the second time around, bitch, because the second time was just like, girl, okay, you broke the TPO. You're going to answer to that. You can either waive your right to a speedy trial, girl, et cetera, or take a plea deal, et cetera. But now you got a permanent restraining order on top of an 8-year-long probation stint. And girl, any deviating, any bullshit from him can put his ass, girl, on death row again. Oh, that's way too salacious for Tasha. Tasha ain't gonna sit on that. Oh, no. Because see, she'll make more money and get more clicks and views, bitch, from sensationalizing his ass being in prison for 10 years due to quote unquote T.S. Madison putting him there versus his freedom. She got far more to gain if he's in prison, girl. Because see, that salacious storyline is gonna pump the girls up. That salacious storylines, girl, is gonna pump the public up. Girl, she need that. See, that's way too dangerous of a narrative for Tasha to keep her hands out of. She's going to blow this for the DL. I mean, we can even give a round of applause at this point, girl, to Angela Stankin, to the spiritual whistleblower, and to Michelle A.T. Alien, who ain't even said shit yet, to my knowledge. So shout out to them, girl, for understanding the actual assignment. Because all of their names are within T.S. Madison's permanent restraining order against Mr. Palmer. The only motherfucker out here, bitch, holding and hollering, girl, blowing down a straw house with her cock-blowing ass breath is that Tasha goddamn K. And you know what's also funny is she's gotten really consumed in her bullshit that I don't think Tasha really also realizes just how slanderous the shit is that's coming out of her mouth about T.S. Madison. You once again just did another piece of commentary putting false allegations on T.S. Madison, claiming something about her that has not been proven in any way, shape, or form, bitch. Dominique Morgan's indictment was about Dominique. Nobody else was a co-conspirator. Nobody else was listed as a co-conspirator, bitch. And they have not a single shred of proof, aside from the fact that Dominique Morgan gave TS Madison the idea for the starter house. Outside of just simple proximity, they have no other corroborating evidence to substantiate the slanderous and defamatory claims about TS Madison. So what is Tasha gonna do when TS Madison cometh around that mountain when she cometh? When T.S. Madison girl cometh around that mountain, bitch, like a pale white horse out of the book of Revelations, bitch. What is Tasha K going to do? Because I can tell you right now that T.S. Madison's attorneys have been working, bitch. And as y'all can see, girl, mother works in silence. She gonna talk to you after she KO you, bitch. She don't put these girls on game. She don't prematurely narrate and provide information, girl. She's just going to gather accordingly. And then she's going to seal your fate with a 4-page letter, girl, recommending her sentencing suggestions. Seal you with the motherfucking kiss, bitch. I want to use my prophetic eye right now, and I see paperwork in Tasha K's future. And I'm talking about a really, 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 really near future, girl. I'm talking about a future that's probably not even a few weeks out, okay? I'm going to become Gail Weathers and make, a prophetic prediction here. I see stacks upon stacks of paperwork and Tasha's very near, demented, and dysfunctional, pathetic future. Oh, yes, I do. I see it, you all. Okay? Y'all know CTV girl will tell you a joke, but he will never tell you a motherfucking lie. And you ain't even got to be Raven. Bitch. To see clearly now that the slander has come. Oh, yes. Now, we got to transition over, girl. Because there are some other things that are going, hold on, what the fuck? Oh, okay. The fuck? We got to get into Megan Thee Stallion, girl. Baby, talk about defendants and plaintiffs, bitch. All hail. All hail to the titans of creation, girl. Because, girl, they are taking the people through there. Y'all know the last time that we reported on Megan Thee Stallion, girl, she was dragging the shit out of Milagro, who is basically trying to get the judge to approve of a stay because Megan can start collecting on that $75,000 judgment. And unlike Tasha K, Milagro does not have a bankruptcy in place. She has no protective firewall separating the 75 cents remaining in her checking and savings from Megan Thee Stallion, who now is a official debtor unto Megan. We saw in Milagro's stay that she basically essentially says she's broke. She ain't got it, bitch. And that if Megan is allowed to move forward, girl, on collecting Dine's coin, that her and Dine's children are going to have Dine's asses in a glamorized cardboard box, bitch, living out of the back of the Golden Corral. Okay? Y'all know then Megan responded to that stay request and pretty much ran down on all the procedural errors within Milagro's motion, which lacked any evidence, for one. She never provided any actual evidence that she's actual broke. There were no tax returns, no tax documents. There were no bank account receipts. There was nothing. All there was this bitch's broken words about her broken ass wallet. So Megan was making a point that, girl, for all we know, the bitch is already trying to move assets and shit into her great grandma's motherfucking name, bitch. While she's trying to motherfucking hoodwink and bamboozle the court, who she also expects, for whatever reason, to simply take her motherfucking word. No. So we're going to need the courts to absolutely reject her motion for a stay and to halt this process. Matter of fact, the fact that she's broke, the fact that she has no clear plan on how to even secure the payment is exactly why we need the opposite of a goddamn stay in this case. She is going to have to secure bail and bond, bitch, on this $75,000 judgment before anything else. Well, Milagro has apparently utilized ChatGPT, bitch, to draw up her response to Megan Thee Stallion's response to her initial response. So let's go ahead and do what, class? Read that response, shy. Okay? One is a declaration, and the other, girl, is a reply and a support team motion to Milagro's initial claims, girl, that she ain't got it. Got it, my God, today. Let me go ahead and, am I going to share my screen? I'm going to do one better. I am going to share my screen, but what I'm going to share, y'all run them likes up while I find the shareables. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Y'all know I like visuals, child. Oh, yes, I do. I love them so much, so deeply. Here we go now. In the words of Miss Janet, child. Let me see here. Oochie bale bale, oochie bang bang, oochie bale bale, slip and slide thing. All right, here we go. You guys run the likes up. We need all of that. Y'all ain't no haters, honey. Bleep. Okay. A bitch is spooked. And what? Nervous, bitch. Spooked and nervous, girl. Okay? Megan keep telling y'all, girl, that when she pop out, it gets what? Scary for you hoes. So let's read the defendant's reply in support of motion to stay enforcement of amended final judgment pending an appeal. My God, today. This is from Milagro Scams. I respectfully submit this reply in further support of my motion to stay enforcement of the amended final judgment and pending appeal. Plaintiff's opposition attempts to portray my request as an effort to avoid accountability. That is not what this motion is. I am not asking the court to erase the judgment. I am not asking this court to ignore the jury's verdict. I am asking for a stay pending appeal because I am pursuing appellate review in good faith. I do not have the financial ability to post a full supersedious bond, and immediate enforcement would create severe hardship while my appeal is pending. Okay, first argument. I have now submitted a sworn declaration regarding my financial circumstances. Plaintiff repeatedly argues that my motion did not include sworn financial evidence. In response, I have submitted a declaration under penalty of perjury explaining my financial circumstances. I am self-employed. My income fluctuates from month to month, and it's based on subscriptions, audience support, platform monetization, and related content revenue. I do not own a home. My God, today. I do not have substantial assets. My God, today. I do not have liquid funds available to post a full supersedious bonds. My God, today. I support my household and 2 minor children. I have ongoing litigation and appeal-related expenses. And you know, segue super quick. That's why a broke bitch should never run her motherfucking mouth. Because when you can't write the checks that your mouth keeps self-imagining that it can cash, This is why you shut your motherfucking beak, bitch. This is why you zip line that motherfucking trap. This is why you put a zip tie on that snout. Because any bitch who can't fund her war need to find her another motherfucking battle. Any bitch who can't self-fund their war need to stay off of a motherfucking battlefield. Because them starving ass children should have been your first concern, bitch, when you decided to allow Tory Lanez to play puppet master with your weak, male-identified, stupid, dizzy ass. If you know that a rich bitch is not your peer because you a city trans type of a bitch, you a rainbow type of a bitch, you a Shein and discount code ass type of a bitch, you need to stay in a discount code type of bitch's lane. The minute you realize you were outside of your tax bracket was the moment you found your dizzy and dazzled ass something else to do. And you know, the interesting thing about it all is that her protege, or I should say, girl, her successor, her example, Tasha K had already done went before her and got taken somewhere that she ain't motherfucking want to go. And tried to return back, girl, from the thorn bush. And return back from the cross, girl, wounded and injured, bitch, on life support to tell this dizzy hoe what was on the other side, bitch, of doubling down. Now, because you needed that, you're going to have to double up, bitch. You wanted to double down, now you're going to have to double up, bitch. Megan got plans, bitch, for that coin that could have went to another wig, that coin that could have went to another family vacation, that coin that could have went to a utility bill, bitch. Since you wanted to double down, Megan is trying to double Dutch on it. Yeah. Imagine letting a convicted criminal who abuses women and men gas you up to play with a bitch who could sentence you to 100 federal cases, bitch, in one lifetime. Imagine being so delusional and dickmatized over a dick you never even physically got to get dizzy over. To play with a bitch who got Rock Nation money behind her, who got a machine behind her. I thought it was your cousin Beyonce who said, bitch, that it's $1 million. Oh, $1 billion on the elevator. Oh, let me not forget, bitch, $1 billion and $10,000.50, bitch, because we got to include Solange's contribution to the family pot, bitch. Solange want her $10,000 contribution to the family's gross income calculated in there too, bitch. So let me check Beyonce, girl, okay, who only wanted to account for her and Jay-Z's contribution, bitch. It ain't $1 billion on the elevator. It's $1,010,000.50, bitch. We're going to be inclusive and we're going to honor Solange as well. Imagine, bitch, being so male-identified for an imaginary dick you was never going to get because it preferred what was between Megan Thee Stallion's legs. And then having to spend your entire litigation, bitch, begging for charitable pro bono ass attorneys and begging your followers under a Trump acquired America and having to beg DJ Academics and Joe Button, bitch, while also having to put up GoFundMes and GoSendMes because you knew from the beginning that you were out of your motherfucking weight class, just like that bald-headed, dizzy-ass, stank bitch Tasha did. And then the both of you bitches gonna sit up on her platform, girl, and toast to the good times. Bitch, you had no idea that Megan Thee Stallion was about to turn your beautiful, your sweet dream bitch into a beautiful motherfucking nightmare hoe. You celebrated a little bit too expeditiously. You cheered, girl, a little bit too quickly, my God, today. Oh, y'all wanted the commentary, girl? Y'all gonna get the commentary, girl, because the king of all commentaries is here. It's here. The king of content is here. My God. Back to the paperwork, girl. My financial hardship. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me quench my thirst. I need to switch to water. That's what happens, girl. See, you can swallow when you can self-fund your lawsuit. My God, today. You see how easy that water went down? Y'all want to hear it again, girl? My God. It continues to say, my financial hardship is not a new development created for a purpose of this motion. It has been a reoccurring issue throughout this litigation and is reflected in the record. I previously testified under oath regarding my financial circumstances and the substantial strain this case placed upon me. During the course of this litigation, I lost multiple attorneys and at various stages relied upon legal assistance provided without compensation. It was also established during these proceedings that I lost one of my primary sources of income, my contract with Station Head. Not the Queen of Head losing her contracts with Station Head. Not the head doctor losing her Station Head contract. The loss of that income significantly impacted my ability to support my household and my 2 minor children and contributed to the financial hardship from which I am still attempting to recover. These circumstances demonstrate that my inability to obtain a full supersedious bond is not a strategic choice or an effort to delay enforcement, but the result of genuine and long-standing financial limitations. Plaintiff argues that my inability to pay proves why a bond is necessary, but that argument ignores the practical reality of my situation. Not this bitch pleading to the federal courts as if she's talking to some loan shark bitch. Didn't she learn anything from Megan's reply to her motion for a stay? Your whole argument is procedurally incongruent. What part of that don't you understand? Like, at this point, Milagro didn't even bother, bitch, to consult with ChatGPT. She just gonna throw her and them sorry ass wobbling knees, bitch, before the courts, before the principalities and the authorities, bitch, of the appellate courts. Girl, she is in her Aaliyah 4-page letter bag, girl. Okay, girl, this is an all-out mercy call, bitch. Fuck legal argument. Fuck proper arguing. Fuck legal. Cognitive argument, girl. Fuck citing case law, bitch. Girl, fuck it all, girl. This is just a full-on pleading before the courts. My God. Hold on. Y'all run them likes all the way up. We should be at 300 likes, period. Plaintiff argues that my inability to pay proves why a bond is necessary. A full bond requirement would not preserve the status quo. It would effectively deny me meaningful appellate review because I do not have the resources to obtain a bond while also maintaining my household and pursuing the appeal. This is not a case where a wealthy judgment debtor is hiding assets or refusing to secure a judgment. I am a self-employed individual with fluctuating income, no substantial property and family obligations. I am asking the court to consider those facts instead of treating me as if I am a corporation or a party with access to unlimited resources. But wasn't this the same dizzy, ball-mouth asshole just a few days ago who was roasting and gagging Armand Wiggins, who got roasted and gagged by Kai Cenat and said in her commentary that she is bigger than the program, bitch? I would just hope that any bitch who would say that they're bigger than the program would have a wallet and a purse to match. Will have a banking and checkings account to match, bitch. What you needed to be bigger than the program, girl, was Bank of America, bitch. Was that my vanilla upload? Was that first and the 15th deposit, bitch? That's what needed to be bigger than the program, girl, because your ego is bigger than your wealth gap is. To protect sensitive and personal and financial information relating to myself and my minor children, not her trying to insert the children. But when she was out there dizzy and working and doing Tory Lane's bidding, girl, we heard nothing about the children. When she thought she was being picked and chosen, bitch. When she thought she was the head mistress in charge in the harem, girl, we had no conversations about the children. When she was in and out of that courtroom, girl, sitting on an Instagram filter with DJ Academic spreading disinformation and misinformation, we wasn't hearing nothing about the children at all. Now we spooked and nervous, and what about the children? My God, today. However, if the court believes additional documentation is necessary, and it is, I am prepared to provide supporting financial records under appropriate protections, including filing under seal or with redactions as directed by the court. So Milagro is so stinking filthy broke. Like, I'm talking about like legendary broke. Talking about like iconically broke. That girl, she don't even want the public to have access to that level of brokenness, bitch. Because it is that iconic. Girl, she want the courts to seal up. She want, girl, the courts to draw the curtains, bitch. On her money on situation, girl. Because it's that bad that the information alone is a humiliation ritual. My God, today. But she didn't mind opening up the book of life on Megan Thee Stallion and jumping up in that lady's trauma in a friendship group that Milagro couldn't even pay to be in. Which is why all she got from her friend, Tori, was a phone call and a dummy mission, bitch. That she was left to look like a dummy in the end, bitch. Nasty work. My request for a stay is made in good faith. Plaintiff argues that I have not met the requirements for a stay and that enforcement of the judgment should proceed immediately. Respectfully, I disagree. My request is made in good faith and is based upon genuine financial hardship, my inability to obtain a full supersedious bond, and the substantial issues I intend to present on appeal. I'm not seeking to avoid the judgment, nor am I asking this court to disregard the jury's verdict. I am exercising my right to appellate review and seeking temporary relief while the review proceeds. But did she offer any temporary relief to Megan Thee Stallion when she was out here trying to make a deep fake SCX video of Megan go viral on Twitter, dropping links all over on Station Head, bragging, talking about, yeah, watch this. I'm about to make this shit jump. And then when Megan stopped in the middle of her concert and broke down in tears to her supporters and said that this was the last day that she was going to allow a banana face ass filtered bitch like Milagro play with her bitch, and the spirit of Cardi B, girl, had descended upon her like a great dove from heaven, girl. And she knew right there that she was about to turn this bitch every which way but motherfucking loose, bitch, for a year and a half of litigating, including post-litigating, while also using the depositions from ex-Milagro camp supporters to jump off a federal investigation into child exploitation against Milagro, girl. All I can say is 2 snaps for the motherfucking kid, bitch. You literally F-A'd and F-motherfucking old. Oh, yes, you did. And when Megan cried, and then she sent out a tweet and said, girl, why do y'all hate me so much? You know what Milagro did? Instead of being a woman and being a bitch and offering the comfort she now seeks from the person she tried to torture, she told that bitch that nobody cares and to go find her something to do. And that's why we don't feel sorry for for Milagro. Because at no point did Milagro ever wave the white flag. At no point did she ever have a humanity and said, you know what, girl, this thing got real ugly. I ain't even mean to do you in like this. I ain't even mean to send your mental health, to the ground, girl. I was just trying to impress an unimpressive ass ninja. Let me go on about my business. I hope you get well, Meg. Oh, no. She wanted to double down. She became even more engrossed in her narcissism and in her nature to bully and to terrorize and to prey on the vulnerable. We learned all of that by a lot of her ex-subscribers who came over here and shared their harrowing testimonies about the way that they were corn bombed in her camp, allegedly. The way they were witch hunted against. The way they were bullied and cyber harassed. That there's once again, them 2 words, pattern of behavior here. Where was all the comfort from Megan Thee Stallion? No comfort, my God, today. They are not newly asserted for purposes of this motion, nor are they offered as an excuse to evade responsibility. Rather, they are part of the reality the court should consider when determining whether a stay or alternative security is appropriate. Plaintiff argues that I failed to show a likelihood of success on appeal. I respectfully disagree. At minimum, my appeal raises serious legal questions that warrant preserving the status quo. This case involves speech, commentary, public figures, public controversy, trial reporting, opinion, intent, and the limits of liability for online commentary. These are not minor issues. It's mighty funny that Milagro is not arguing that all of a sudden now, that there's so many issues with the case and so many flaws within the system. But when she walked out of that courtroom, girl, thinking that she was highly favored, she was all happy with everything. She ain't have nothing to say, bitch, about the logistics of this and the logistics of that, girl. She went on and did 2 interviews, one with Barnyard Wiggins and another with Unwinding with Cardi B's Money. Feeling real good about herself and everything, bitch. Beating on her motherfucking chest, feeling like King Kong and Godzilla. My. I intend to challenge the defamation ruling and the reinstatement of the defamation verdict. My position has always been that my commentary was based on my own observation, my review of the public record, media report, social media discussion, and my personal attendance in the court. I was not acting as someone secretly directed by the Peterson family. I was not paid by them to attack plaintiff. I was not commissioned to harass plaintiff. I was covering this case and discussing issues I believed were important long before I had any contact with Tory Lanez or members of his family. And you know what's funny about that? Because if Megan's attorneys pull the record, Milagro don't even understand how she just fucked up, actually. Because to her very point, before Tory Lanez entered the group chat and personally waved at her, her commentary sided with Megan. She said that Tory Lanez deserved to get everything that he had coming to him. So, to your point, my love, you don't even know how you just slipped on your own banana peel. Because you better hope, girl, that Megan Thee Stallion's team don't go and pull back your earlier commentary to prove the stark contrast between your commentary before you aligned with Tory and your commentary after you aligned with Tory and received $3,000 over a 3-year period on Zelle from your handler. My God, today. People followed my reporting because I was asking questions about inconsistencies, contradictions, media coverage, public statements in the criminal case. I formed opinions based on what I saw, what I heard, what was reported, and what occurred in court. I respectfully maintained the statements about credibility and consistencies and whether a public figure's account should be believed or protected opinion and commentary, especially in the context of a public controversy. Plaintiff repeatedly frames my conduct as malicious. I dispute that characterization, but there are literally audios that have been pulled on Milagro that you can find on Twitter right now of the bitch saying that she would run Megan Thee Stallion over. Saying that she would whoop Megan's ass. Calling Megan everything but a motherfucking child of God. That feels real personal to me for a woman that's never even farted in your direction. For a woman that hasn't even graced you with her pass by air. And you this bent and you this spunt. My God. I did not act with actual malice. I did not knowingly publish false statements. I did not set out to destroy plaintiff. I gave commentary and opinions based on the information available to me at the time. The appeal raises serious issues about whether the evidence was sufficient to establish the required state of mind, especially where the speech involved commentary on a highly public criminal case and public figures. Then she talks the deep fake issue. Plaintiff again references the deep fake video in highly inflammatory terms, but the context matters. My position is that I did not create the video. I did not know it was fake when I first became aware of it. I learned about it while live, expressed skepticism, and questioned what it was. I also expressed that I do not like AI-generated actual content and that if I was AI, plaintiff should take legal action. The matter was removed within a timely matter. I mean, now the bitch is just gonna lie out of all of her swollen holes. Bitch literally on Twitter directing people to where the deepfake AI is. Jumped on Station Head, dropped links to encourage her followers to go look at it, and then bragged about trying to make the deepfake go viral. We played these audios. And she's going to just lie to the courts as if Megan them have not already presented all of this key evidence. Like, I officially believe that Milagro suffers from a mental illness. I do. Like a chronic delusion. Purely, fully delusional. Self-aggrandizing and a pathological liar. I'm talking about the kind of motherfucking liar who would blaspheme the Holy Spirit, bitch. And who would deny that it came directly from the Lord, even if she bared witness to it coming directly from the Lord. Just an all-out, flat-out liar. Amidst the overarching quantity of the evidence in support of the truth, and will still lie and commit perjury. My God, today. That is not evidence of malicious intent. It is evidence that the situation unfolded in real time and that I did not knowingly intentionally promote fake actual material. It's true. At minimum, this issue presents a serious appellate question regarding intent, context, and Did Milagro have her children write up this response? The appeal also raises serious issues regarding the intentional infliction of emotional distress claim. Florida law sets a very high standard for IIED. Harsh commentary, criticism, public disagreement, and speech that hurt someone's feelings do not automatically meet that standard. This case involved commentary about a public controversy involving public figures, media narratives, criminal proceedings, and matters of public concern. I respectfully dispute that my commentary meets the extreme and outrageous standard required under federal law. Plaintiff argues that she is entitled to collect immediately. I understand that she has a judgment, but the purpose of a stay pending appeal is to preserve the status quo while appellate review is ongoing. If immediate enforcement begins, I face significant hardship. I am self-employed. My income fluctuates. She keeps saying the same shit over and over and over and over. I do not have a salary, home equity, or substantial assets to absorb enforcement efforts. By contrast, a temporary stay would not erase plaintiff's judgment. It would only pause enforcement while the appeal proceeds. And Megan is already saying, the Teflon Don already told you, bitch, you ain't winning no motherfucking appeals. And that this ain't the way this goes, whether you done appealed or not, bitch. If the court determines that some form of security is required, I respectfully request that the court consider a reduced bond or alternative security instead of requiring a full supersedious bond that I cannot obtain. A full bond would impose an impossible burden. I ask the court to consider alternatives that are realistic given my financial circumstances, including a reduced bond, periodic payments, reporting requirements, or any other condition the court deems appropriate. Finally, conclusion to this tied-ass, lopsided-ass response. This case is not over. I have appealed, and I believe the appeal raises serious legal questions regarding speech, opinion, actual malice, intent, the reinstatement of the defamation verdict, and the sufficiency of the evidence supporting the judgment. I am not asking for special treatment. I am asking for a fair opportunity to pursue appellate review without being financially crushed before the review occurs. For these reasons, I respectfully request that the court grant my motion to stay enforcement of the amended final judgment pending appeal. Alternatively, if the court requires security, I respectfully request that the court impose reduced or alternative security based on my sworn financial circumstances. And of course, the court should do neither, bitch. Honor her stay, because Megan already procedurally called out all of the procedural errors in her requests. The logistics of a supersedious bond and how actually she's entitled to that, not Milagro, based upon Milagro's level of brokenness. And of course, the court should not honor sealing any of Milagro's financial records. She wanted to put out everything that she could about Megan, and Megan should have the same opportunity to do so legally. So Milagro is begging, fighting down for her life, girl. She's trying to avoid the ultimate collapse of her ego, which will be brought about as a result of the exposés and the surviving Milagro saving and checkings account docuseries that would become of the transparency of those motherfucking records, girl. She does not want to end up homeless. And look, I wouldn't even find any of this remotely to be satisfying if it wasn't for, once again, the triple, quadruple, doubling downing on these very bad behaving people like Milagro and Tasha K, who is hard to feel sorry for. Even Cardi B went out of her way to not have to take Tasha or her dream home through there. Okay? Sent her a cease and desist, tried to reason with her directly through DMs, and Tasha gave Cardi her ass to kiss. In her words, girl, we wipe our asses with what, Tasha? Cease and desist. Okay. Tasha is, and Cardi is wiping her ass with the equity from your dream home as a result. It's very hard to feel sorry for Milagro. Long as she thought she had Charlie's in her back pocket, baby, she was big, she was bad, and she was motherfucking emboldened. And now she's been reduced to a My Buddy doll. Hi, I'll be your friend to the end, Heidi Ho. Yeah, she's been reduced to a rag doll. She's been reduced to a batteryless remote control. Her best bet is to go join OF, baby, and get to popping. Because it's time for her to make some money on. Trying to prolong what's ultimately inevitable rather than getting up on your good foot. My. And, you know, we do feel sorry for the children, not because Megan is going to drive the household income down to a -0 balance. We feel sorry for the children because they descended through the ratchet ass wound of a no good dog ass bitch like you. Yeah. So if Megan isn't good for the children, how much more are you not good for the children either? That's all I got for y'all. It's been an hour and a half. Shout out to the 469 folk in the building. I hope you enjoyed all the commentary. We have a lot to get into tomorrow. Oh, yes. If you enjoyed yourself, okay, give me a share, give me a like. You can also show some love to the king, maybe on Cash App and PayPal, all the things. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below. Tell a friend of 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 a friend. And keep your notifications on, girl, because we have to get into some Cocaine Barbie news on tomorrow, girl. It's a lot going on in the world, and I can't keep up. Make sure you follow me across all social media platforms. I love you guys a long time. I want you guys to be safe, never sorry, stay prayed up. And in the words of my spiritual godmother, Iyanla, stay in peace and not pieces. Bye-bye.